Really, meteorology is at the very beginning of the Public Safety Power Shutoff process, or PSPS. We're always monitoring weather conditions out 7 days in the Situational Awareness Center. We're there during blue sky conditions 5 days a week, and if we become activated later on, we're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. During this time, we're looking at all the weather conditions around there, the weather forecast. We have brand new supercomputers that we just installed. These supercomputers are running an internal weather model that helps us look at weather conditions specifically at each individual circuit. This weather model is calibrated to our territory to give us the best weather forecast and most accurate weather forecast down to the circuit level. And if we see anything on the horizon that may impact our grid or the safety of our employees, we'll start flagging it and sending out weather alerts. Specifically, when we get to the PSPS process, we're looking for dry conditions, dry vegetation or fuels, and strong winds. If we see this combination come together, then we start alerting people.
What we're looking at here is weather conditions, fuel conditions forecasted to help us understand what our wildfire potential is over the next 5 days. Once we have a fire, we can actually run this model and it will forecast where that fire is going to spread. That helps us to determine what potential assets that we have that might be threatened. It also gives us a sense of what the fire is going to be doing in the next hour, in the next 2 hours, the next 6 hours.
During a PSPS activation, meteorologists are always in the Situational Awareness Center monitoring weather conditions on the weather stations that we put on the circuits out in the field. These circuits are in the high fire hazard areas and already have been identified as circuits that may have to be de-energized. Now, we really don't want to do this unless we have to, so we really pay attention to the actual measurements that are coming from those weather stations. But once those measurements come in at concerning levels, then we'll consider de-energizing those circuits.
With the complex topography that we have here, creates a lot of microclimates. So you can have literally, you can be in one canyon and the winds are howling in that area, and literally go over to the next canyon over and the winds are calm. And there's a lot of examples of that across Southern California. So we're trying to take a more surgical approach in terms of how we approach PSPS. We're using high performance computing, we're using weather stations, we're using fire simulation modeling. All of this is to help us with our PSPS process, but it ultimately is to help keep our customers and our communities safe.